Hello, peeps. The controller I made the other day was supposed to be a left controller, and I made a right controller. I was a fool! I guess I wrote it down wrong. It's another refurbished controller. Looks like they swapped out the analog sticks. Fresh solder. Weird. Oh, that's on there pretty tight. So this is refurbished. Yeah, for some reason, I don't know. It's still kind of... I can't always find these on Amazon. I don't know why. It's ridiculous. Didn't Microsoft raise the price of these too? I haven't run across that yet, but I would like to buy some brand new ones so I can see if that circuit board remains changed. There's one thing ancient Kung Fu always does, is change. Oh yeah, well, I have a couple of red tweezers. This is my oldest one. So I've been using these since like 2000. These are probably only like 15 years old. But yeah, tweezers are the most important tool in your arsenal of tools. Oh. Yeah, I thought about doing this on Monday, but it's not the person who bought it. It's not their fault. I made the wrong controller, so that's why I'm doing another stream this week. But this will have me all caught up with orders finally. I would have been caught up with orders 2 days ago, but I screwed up. I did everything wrong. I did nothing correct. Yeah, did someone replace these analogs? They must have. Da, 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 da. Alright, so this is the old circuit board still. What are you doing over there, bud? Are you sniffing around? There's nothing to eat over there. I don't think you want to eat the vinegar. What is it, whiny wimp? Why are you whining? I fed you dinner. Do you want me to squish you? Squish that cat. All you gotta do is squish that cat. Bud, do you like being squished? Actually, Bud doesn't really like being squished. You can squish him for a little bit, but then he wants to escape. Although sometimes he'll snuggle, but only when he feels like it. Then you have my permission to snuggle. Yes, the Bud Click Cam is now legit. What's making this stick? There we go. Put this down here. Bud, are you an orange loaf? Well, maybe someday you can get a cat to squish. Squishing cats is obviously fun. Alright, let's see. We need a left frame. So we got some... I think this was done on the Oh, that came. Oh, that was nice. This was whatchamacallit, the bamboo. Yes. Ash, that is what they called me. Well, as long as the cat gets squished, that's all that matters. Right, bud? Eyeballing it. Obviously perfect. Switching to 2mm. Another week, another controller. Been working on the video mode for Evil Dead Pinball this week. I think it should be pretty good. It's very dorky. Oh, this is empty. I think I have some more. Do I? How can there not be rolls of that tape everywhere? You never have enough painter's tape. There it is. Adam Savage would be like, where would you put it? That's where you should go look for it. Or maybe it's the other way around. A menagerie of cats. Squish that cat. Alright, let that glue settle. Brand new thing of tape. And that one there. Got a red guy. Red guy. Bow, 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 bow. Right, I watched Fellowship of the Ring Extended Edition last night, so now I got that soundtrack in my head. That was back when movies had good soundtracks. It actually had themes, you know, like Bilbo's theme, and Elf theme, Rohan theme. It was great. Bud, do you have a theme? Wait, Bud does have a theme song. It goes like this. And then there's lyrics. Bud has a tail, a cute little cat tail. His tail is frail, and it keeps him out of jail. Are you a whiny wimp? Jump into your box. Don't you like your home? How about we go with a red theme on this one? You can have whatever color you want, as long as it's some filament I happen to have at the time. Oh, I need to finish my... working on putting a new brain inside of my Maker Gear. I've been meaning to do that for a while. They had like the Big Tree Tech SKR3 mini board. It was like $40 off Amazon. It was pretty cheap, so I ordered one. It's an old printer, but it's very solidly made. It was made in Ohio. It was made in America. So I'd like to keep it running. I mean, it worked. It just, you know, it's kind of old. That's a little too far over. Maybe if we give it a little bit of love. Give a little bit of love. Is that enough love? Not quite. A little love inside the mission. There we go. Oh, obviously, fits perfectly. See, he fits perfectly. Let's see. No, it's not from the Bud game. It's just this theme song I made for Bud. I mean, why wouldn't I come up with a theme song for Bud? Actually kind of a rip-off of the Faxanadu theme, where it goes do 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 do. It's kind of a rip-off of that. Don't tell anyone. Keep it, Your Majesty. I have it here in my head. Really? From one hearing only? I think so, sire. Yes. Now, the Bud game, I just like, Ken ported this, he found some Arduino code that like simulated Nintendo music, and it could read like dumped Nintendo music files from ROMs or something. And that's what we used, because we did not have the time to do anything else. Yes. Ugh. Where's my thing? Oh, here it is. That's kind of jammed up. What the frick? That's not good. How's that jammed up? Maybe if I increase the temperature. Okay, we got it at like just over 2. Bumped up to 4, whatever that means. Who knows what it means? Nobody knows what it means, only that it does. I noticed the Superman movie's on HBO Max this weekend. I think I will watch it. I'm curious to see it. I like Superman, but I don't know, it seemed like the reviews of that movie were very divided. So, yes. My family's visiting, so I guess we will watch it. I thought about like live streaming a cookout. I don't know, that might be kind of annoying though. I'm sure YouTube would like it though, but it might be, I don't know, maybe. I was gonna use the flat iron one more time this year. I think I only used it once earlier this year. I haven't used it a whole lot. I keep it in the garage, so it should last forever. Keep it out of the elements. Like the fifth element. I think, yeah, didn't they're doing another season of Futurama. So there's now been like way more seasons of it having come back than like before it was canceled. Was it on Hulu this time? Man, there's something really clogged up in there. Alright, let's go back to the regular temperature. May need to take the nozzle off. Nozzle off. The main complaint I heard about it was that it was like too jokey, and like Superman is like a side character in his own movie. Because I see these clips on YouTube, and yeah, all the clips are like other characters, not Superman. I don't know. I mean, I like... Actually, I did not like Peacemaker. I thought that sucked. But I like his other movies. Like, I thought his James Gunn's The Suicide Squad was good. Peacemaker was just too nihilistic and dark, even for me. I mean, I have a pretty dark sense of humor, but I don't know. I don't really like other movies. It feels mean in movies. Half and long. The Snyder Boys. Hey, but you know what? Man of Steel still made more money. Oh no! Even without accounting for inflation. That movie wasn't that bad. See, I'm a Tim Burton Batman fan, so I don't care if they kill people. Cause remember, like they kind of a lot of the oh, this character doesn't kill. That was like from the comics code age back in the 50s. Like, oh, comics are destroying this thing. This year is destroying our youth. We better have a code of good and evil with our comics. Yeah, I think it is kind of over as well, guy. I mean, it's happened in. There's always like like westerns or giant CGI bug movies. There's always, a popular genre, and it has its day, and then something else comes along. I think video games is going to be the next big one. For movie adaptations. Who knew the secret all along was to just be faithful to the source material? Wow. And have the Donkey Kong rap. Yeah, Marvel spent like years not making a Blade movie. Like they almost filmed it like 2 or 3 years ago, but then they scrapped it at the last minute. Who knows what'll end up happening with it. There's only one Blade. There's only ever gonna be one Blade. That was really cool when Blade showed up in Deadpool. And what's her face? Oh yeah, Jennifer Garner was Elektra. God, that movie sucked. The Elektra movie, not Deadpool 3. Although I thought Deadpool 3 was kind of overrated. Yeah, Fallout was pretty good. I wish they hadn't killed that guy from Lost off so quickly. You remember the guy that had like the robot foot? What main challenges do you run into? Well, with Sony, they're always changing the circuit boards. And actually, Microsoft recently changed this circuit board. So I guess like random hardware changes obviously are a problem because then I have to like redo how I build them. But these Xbox controllers haven't changed in 5 years, so that makes it less of a challenge. I mean, I can tell you that the part that fails the most is the stick drift. Has definitely gotten worse since like 2018. So at some point, Alps must have cheaped out on their controllers. Because that's always what it is. It's always like, oh, we can save 1 penny of less carbon. Carbon, the most valuable, scarce element in the world. Oh, we're gonna run out. Oh yeah, Near Dark with Bill Paxton. What was that movie everyone else loves better instead? Like Young Blood or Young... The one with Keith Sutherland. Young Vampire? Oh, not. I'm thinking of Young Guns. I mean, Near Dark is obviously better since it's got like a bunch of James Cameron cronies in it. I mean, it's directed by Catherine Bigelow. I think Catherine Bigelow directed a movie in a while. I wonder what's up with that. I mean, she made the first Fast and Furious movie, Point Break. Finally caught a live one? Oh yeah, Lost Boys, that's it. This thing, oh man, it's still sharp. The shards of Nasir. Nothing more than a broken trinket. What is a man? A pitiful little pile of secrets. Okay, well, we can see light through that one. Is this part's probably replaceable too, I would assume. Yeah. One millimeter, huh? That looks thicker than 1 millimeter. Maybe not. Yes, they're making. It's so stupid. They're making a movie called The Hunt for Gollum. It's about what is it? Okay, I got this little one, but it won't even actually fit in my drill. The Hunt for Gollum is about the orcs trying to, when it's like, I don't know how long they tortured him, but among their name babble. So basically, the whole movie is about like the orcs trying to find Gollum so they can torture him. So it's involving that plot from Fellowship of the Rings. I said desoldering iron with an integrated pump. But it's clogged. That's pretty good. But it's taken. Oh God. Yeah, Rings of Power was so awful. Well, I didn't. Well, I don't know. I mean, I didn't finish it, so maybe it got better. I kind of doubt it. Man, that's clogged up good. There is only one Lord of the Rings, and it does not share power. It's kind of ironic. Lord of the Rings is like about anti-industrialization, and then Amazon made a series about it. You will taste man flesh. Yes, same day shipping. One of the packages carries something of great importance. Bring it to me. Kill the rest of the packages. Shire? That's where I live. Baggins? That's who I am. Oh no, Gandalf. Why is this so clogged? Man, maybe this part needs to be replaced. Man, it's still got a blockage. Oh. That's great. Ash in my tomatoes. See, I referenced Lord of the Rings there. Well, the problem you might have had there, Holland, was when pads are connected to the ground, it takes way more heat to remove the solder because all the heat sinks into the copper around it. think I can go any further with this bit. Ah, man, these NiCad batteries are starting to die again. I could try this. I don't know if this will actually work. I kind of need this soldering iron, desoldering iron to work. Would you kindly work? Man, something's clogged. Something has clogged this up good. There we go. Happy little clouds. Jeepers creepers. That's a bulby loose. Alright, I'm going to heat it back up and do that again. Aw, a sleeping bud. Sleepy bud, sleepy bud. After a long day of sleeping, Bud needs to sleep. All you gotta know is squish that cat. Just squish that cat. Squish that cat. Just squish that cat. You don't really have to worry about hurting a cat. Now we made friends with this nice little cat. Squish. Well, I squished the cat. I mean, I thought that was obvious. I have deprived you of power. When I swing back around, I intend to deprive you of your life. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean Minecraft you, because YouTube. Soon to become ThemTube. Now it's going through smoothly. Ah! Am I drunk? Presto. They're not going to make it with... Pedro Pascal is way too old. I'm surprised they cast him in Fantastic Four. I mean, Robert Downey Jr. was considered too old for Iron Man, and he was like way younger than... Pedro Pascal is my age. Oh, it's clean as a whistle now. Oh, oh. Oh, doesn't set off the fire alarm. Oh, what a lovely smell I've discovered. Yeah, he's right here. Whoever did this is a worse solderer than I am. They barely soldered that one. Not that it really matters. Yeah, I had one of these get stick drift after like... Well, yeah, when did I get it? I got a Series X in... Yeah, it was 2022. And the first game I played on it was Elden Ring. And I want to say I got stick drift, because that was only the first game I played, so the in-game time told me how long. It was like 70 hours. I never finished that game, though. I guess I need to get good. For some reason, it smells like a county fair. There we go. Oh, it's working real good now. And clunk. Mopey youngins. Oh, yeah, those kids are so old now. Why did it take them 9 years to make 5 seasons of that show? Even with COVID, that's ridiculous. Because it's not like they stopped making shows during COVID. It didn't slow it down that much. Remember that they were making movies in 2020 like that. The third Jurassic World, where they brought back Sam Neill. No, Stick Drift. Yeah, it was before the current gen. It was like probably around 2018. And you know, not to pull rank, but you know, I've done a lot of controller work, so I can remember when stuff happened. I want to break this bit. It's the only 1mm bit I have, although I don't really use it for anything. No. Yeah. There we go. Oh, for Pete's sake. Have a little fight, Scarecrow. Oh, now it smells like those snake fireworks in here. Hold out your hand, Frodo. It's quite cool. All right. 1, 2, 4. Yep. Where is Bud? Who knows? He's perfectly camouflaged. See? He fits perfectly. That's one of my favorite Office lines to quote. NBC may have taken The Office from us and put it on Peacock, but it will live on in our oral history. People will be sitting around the campfire telling the tales. That is a $250 plasma TV you just killed, babe. Good luck paying me back on your $0 a year salary with benefits, babe. Wow. The village elders tell such great stories from the ancient times. There was once a time when all shows were on the same service. Wow. For only $9 a month, you could watch whatever you wanted. Then the white man came. It's okay, I'm part Native American. The Three Lies of Tom Macy? What is that? Never heard of that. Now, when my Irish ancestors came to America, after the potato famine, of course, so this would be on my mom's side, they lived in these caves, actually, when they first got there, and so they, one of them actually married a Native American woman. This would have been like in the 1800s. That was like, oh, where was that? It was, well, there's a rock formation called Elephant Rock in east of where I grew up, and it was kind of in that area. There probably are a lot of caves over there. All right, let's set that aside. Okay, so we're going to use a Hall effect again. So I'm going to put this in the spare pots bucket. The high seas are no longer safe. Your yeah, you know what else is going to wreck your doubloons? Interest rate cuts. Actually, gold didn't take too much of a hit. So, kind of tells you something. Alright, so this is going to be a left. La, da, da, da. It's probably kind of like Spider-Man 2, where it's like, we cut interest rates. The gold is still going up. It's self-sustaining now, Peter. There's no way to stop it. Wait, I just thought of a way to stop it. Listen to me now. Oh yeah, that reminds me. So, Evil Dead video mode, which I actually started working on like almost a year ago. Oh, I didn't really do any serious work. I just did like, so the game has a tape player toy in it, because you know there's a tape player in the movie. So when you start the video mode, it loads it off the tape, so you hear like only like 5 seconds of it, because that's annoying. But there actually was an Evil, and all the graphics are ZX Spectrum. So there actually was an Evil Dead licensed game for the ZX Spectrum. So I took the tape load sound from that. So if you were to actually hook this up to a ZX Spectrum, it would say loading Evil Dead. Spared no expense. So yeah, it's like a ZX Spectrum graphics. So it's going to be like it's basically like Splatterhouse, but there's more obstacles. So it's a little bit like Turbo Tunnels and Battletoads. Not nearly as hard though. Not even remotely as hard. And then there's a boss. We have to fight the demon thing that comes in through the door at the end. So that, and also Kandarian Demon Mode will be in the next code update, probably early October. So I'll be glad when these two updates are done, because definitely like they're both like the two biggest mode files that I've done. It's like, I think the video mode is like 3,700 lines of code, so that's actually the most complicated mode in the game technically. Yeah, it is. Code-wise, at least. Say the modes average around 2,000. So, like, the Kandarian Demon mode is, like, 3,100 lines, and then the video mode is, like, 3,700 lines. Oh, right, we're going to need one of these, too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 5 is alive. Nice software, Stephanie. Your mother was a snowblower. I'm going to try to work on the cat food dispenser this weekend. Really, all I have to do is build an enclosure for it, make the slide, and then add like an IEC power plug. Basically, I have to like make it look like a real device. Oh, excuse me. And that's just so Bud can't stick his paws in and get his paws caught, because that would not be good. Oh, so you live in the Midwest, guy? I've never been to Galloping Ghost. I hear that it's quite the place. Thing is, you know, well, I don't know. I just not really into arcades anymore. A buddy of mine owns an arcade, and he's always like, "Oh, we should come and hang out." And I'm like, ugh. Like programming pinball full time, it's like now I just do not give any shits about pinball. That's why the shoemaker's kids have no shoes. Plato was full of shit. You hear me, Plato? I read your book. There's no audio device on it. The auto dry feeder that I used to use, you can actually record a voice on it. So like if you're away, your cat can hear your voice. I never did it though, but it's an option. Oh, God. Jeez. I like this drill. There's nothing wrong with the drill, but like the original 2 batteries died, then I got these Chinesium cadmium batteries off, well, the original were cadmium as well, off of Amazon, but they're dying as well, so I should see if there's like a lithium ion replacement. There probably is. I don't see why they couldn't do that. I don't see. I'm not gonna get a new drill just because the batteries are. It's a drill. What can go wrong with it? It's an old. It's not that old, but it's older, which makes it better just by proxy. I'm sure it's better if I went to Farm and Fleet and bought a brand new DeWalt drill. Aren't those all made? There's like one company that does all that crap now. It's like TTI or something. They do Milwaukee as well, and it's all Chinese. So, yes. I don't want to replace a working drill. What? I wouldn't say it ruined. I just get tired of it, you know, because I've been coding pinball full time for over 3 years now. So and I don't just code the pinball. I have to sit there and test it over and over and over. That's a joke. I code it for free, but they pay me to test it or troubleshoot it. So yeah, I just do not have any interest in pinball because I spend 8 hours a day like code test, code test, code test. And you can't, and then after a while, like, well, at least with this game, it's like I can't, even if it's like a show or something, I can't like sit and play it. I just can't, you can't unsee the forest for the trees. All I think about is the code the whole time. I'm glad people really enjoy the game. It seems like people think it's like the best spooky ever. Well, of course it is. I programmed it. But, yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of hard to divorce yourself from that stuff. Step back. A greenies dispenser. Well, I could put the greenies in the old manual feeder. Yeah, you know, I probably could do that. I could set the old manual feeder to like once a day, and then just have because the old manual feeder used portions. So the portions are like really small. Like the portion would be like maybe what would fit in here, if that, because it's like this rotating hopper. So the portion is just like well, not even a turn of the hopper. It's like a quarter turn of the hopper. But yeah, I mean, I guess I could do that. Although, what good is a treat if the cat is not associating it with you? Hashtag cat brainwashing. Yeah, that's a solid alternative GST. Good point.
Yeah. Just Walt Disney his ass.
I get this at Hobby Lobby. It's foam with adhesive on the back. They used to call it Funky Foam. Now it's called Silly Winks. So it comes in like sheets of like 9 by 11, and I use the laser to like put the text on it and cut it. I love Funky Foam. I use it in all sorts of stuff. It's like 0.075 inches thick. So it's pretty. You can rely on the thickness too. So if you want to make like a phone case or something, you can design the Funky Foam into it so you know exactly how the phone will fit. I'm gonna let this sit for a little bit longer before I do this part. Oh, excuse me. No beer tonight, sorry. I'm trying to cut back. I was at the bar last night, had some drinks after work, and there's this PA guy that goes there all the time, physician's assistant. He's always told me horror stories about the ER. So he comes in from his break because he was in the band. So he's sitting like 2 seats to the left of me, and between us is this guy that works at Epic. So so I deliberately talk across the Epic guy and I say, "Hey, Paul, too bad the Epic software isn't as impressive as their campus." Ha 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 ha. Yes. And then the other guy was like, "Well, you know, it's not. Apparently they use some. What do they call it? MUMPs. It's actually called. It's an acronym for something. So the healthcare software uses something called MUMPs on the back end, which apparently, according to, well, of course we got into a conversation about it. He said that it's that's their special database access, and he says it's better than SQL, but the I don't know, the web Epic software is not very impressive. It's not nearly as impressive as their campus. So then, of course, I told the guy, "Have you ever seen McMaster-Carr's website?" And I was like, "It is a thing of beauty." Yeah, is that accurate that MUMPS is like a database interface? All right. I'll be glad when this order is done. Finally caught up with these damn things. This way, this way, this way. Gotta remove this. If you don't remove this, sometimes if you squish the controller like a cat, it'll push the buttons, which obviously is not good. Squish that controller. All you gotta do is squish that controller. That's not comfortable for the controller. Or safe, to be honest. Oh, was that the one that was on eBay? The laptop? I often kind of wonder how much of that stuff is in the wild. You know, actually, can't remember when it was. It was like in the last year or so. Like the first guy I ever sold a portable to. Oh god, I can't remember. I think his name was Rich. His first name. Yeah, he emailed me. I can't remember why, and he was like, "Do you remember me?" And I'm like, "Yes, I do." You were like, "You were my first customer." You're hardly my first. That's what she said. A new Nintendo patent? Well, I assume it's evil. I do have to laugh at all the people who were like, Nintendo's evil. It's like, Nintendo's always been evil. You just only just noticed. Welcome to 1988, bitches. I was hating Nintendo before it was cool. Kind of like how that Thunderfoot guy hated Elon before it was cool. On YouTube. Bada bing, bada bang. All right. Well, I made quite a few Xbox laptops. Maybe like 20? I don't quite remember. Like, I remember like THQ ordered a bunch for like, I think it was Darksiders 2 promotion. Then we did a couple on the show, and then there's like a bunch of random ones I made for people. There's one time, I think Allison was like answering the emails at one time, and like, I don't think we ever followed up. I was kind of like, not really upset with Allison, but, oh, one of Justin Bieber's roadies tried to order one once. This is probably like 10 years ago. Because I taught, well, I don't know if I taught her this, but I was always telling Allison how to smell money in emails. I was like, you gotta smell the money. She's like, what the hell are you talking about? And I'm like, well, if someone writes a big, long, rambling email, they're probably not well off and could drop, thousands of dollars on this BS. Because, it's just like a pinball machine. You gotta be pretty well off to afford this stuff. And I'm like, it's like rich people will email you the way that you should email like companies and stuff. It's like the 3-line email. It's like who you are, what you do, and what you want. So it'd be like, hi, I am a roadie working on the Justin Bieber tour. I saw your Xbox and I think it's really cool. I was wondering if I could get one for Justin Bieber. If so, please contact me. Thank you. So that's all they would write. That's all. Yeah. Because like, well, I know I'm notorious for not reading emails anyway, but like if someone sends me a really long email, I just do not read it. Plain and simple. Partially for that reason. Smell the money. Smell the glove. Well, of course Nintendo will do something that's bad for the industry. They're Nintendo! And their fans are in a cult, so they don't give a crap. And only when they drink, they're like, ugh, this Kool-Aid doesn't taste very good. Mario, what have you done? Oh wait, that's Mickey. Drink, I want you to literally drink the Kool-Aid. You mean you want us to do something that doesn't make sense? No, I want you to actually drink this Kool-Aid I made. It's the Mario Kool-Aid. It will give you a power-up to hell. Mamma mia. Now I'm a Chris Pratt. Hey, Chris Pratt, you know how, you would quote Mario 64 back in the 90s? Oh, yeah, yeah. What if we paid you millions of dollars to do that? Yippee! I can buy a new wife. When he got remarried to Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughter. That must be kind of intimidating. So was that be Marie Shriver's daughter? I wonder what she looks like. Okay, if I Google Chris Pratt's wife, is it going to show Anna Faris or whoever this new person is? Chris Pratt's wife. Catherine Schwarzenegger. Oh, she looks more. Yeah, that must be Maria Shriver's daughter. Yep, Maria Shriver. Yeah. Well, there you go. Now we know everything about Chris Pratt. I keep seeing these clips. I want to see the movie Moneyball. I've seen all the clips for it. It's kind of like The Big Short, and what was the other one? Margin Call, I think it was. So it's like, have I actually seen this movie, or have I just seen all the clips? So eventually I was like, okay, I'm just going to rent, I think it was because I'd seen The Big Short, so I'm going to rent Margin Call. I think Margin Call is a better film. That was a pre-canceled Kevin Spacey. Let's see here. And Ground on the right. There's actually a lot of people in that movie too. It's got Kevin Spacey, Paul Bettany, Zachary Quinto, Demi Moore. Oh, Jeremy Irons, yeah, he's like the main CEO. Hey, we're making a live action Lion King. We should recast Scar because we're stupid. No movie was ever made better by removing Jeremy Irons from it. Oh, Jeremy Irons is in lots of movies. And he was the bad guy in the best bad movie ever made, Dungeons and Dragons. The 2000 version, not the one with Chris Pine, the other Chris. Okay. A goes to 21. That movie was way better than I thought it would be. The new Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, the trailers made it look like it was like some like lame Guardians of the Galaxy ripoff, but if you haven't seen it, you should check it out. It's actually a really solid film. You never get... Well, that's a valid reason to not get into it. Like, no, I can only take so many wedgies. No, there's like a... It's... Yeah. There's like this really good action sequence with like a teleporting mirror or something and like a horse carriage. It's like actually like pretty clever. It's a decent movie. I would recommend it. I was pretty... Because the thing is, I've... The Dungeons and Dragons of Jeremy Irons is my favorite bad movie ever. I've watched it many, many times with many different sets of friends. It's such a great, crappy movie. So maybe that also colored my opinion or my expectations. But yeah. It's like there's parts in that movie where you absolutely know as soon as the camera's cut, like Jeremy Irons like just burst out laughing. Because it's so over the top. Like near the end when he's like, "Let the blood rain from the sky." You can tell he's like a frame away from laughing. Like I think you could almost see him start to smile. It's so ridiculous. It is such a great bad movie if you've never seen it. One of the Wayans brothers is in it. His character's... It's... You know, Reddit would probably call it borderline offensive. Like, even by 2000 standard, it's like... I don't know. It's a little Jar Jar-y. And there's like this sexist dwarf. And then there's like this main character who kind of looks like a young Harrison Ford. And then there's like this like magician chick. And she starts out like all uptight, and you're kind of thinking, oh, she's gonna become like, you know, she's gonna like loosen up and fall for the main guy. But then like in the second scene, like her hair comes down, so it's like, wow, that was fast. Okay, so it's got to go like this. Let the blood rain from the sky. Oh, Thora Birch is in it. Man, whatever happened to her? Thora Birch was the chick with dark hair who was in... she was in American Beauty, and also she was in Ghost World with Scarlett Johansson. So she plays like this Queen Amidala type in Dungeons and Dragons, where she's like, I must be a senator to make all the people in Magic World free! Zeppo Wayans? I can't remember which... It's one of the Wayans brothers. I don't remember exactly. And he's like young. Obviously he's young in the movie. Marlon, okay, yes. That sounds right. Oh yeah, his character's name is Snails. And then the main henchman, which is, I can't remember his name, but I always just call him Blue Lips. Everything he does is like super slow, and he talks super slow. And the only person he manages to kill in the whole movie is Snails, because I guess snails are slow. And then they try to make Marlon Wayans' death like super dramatic, but it's just stupid. It's like, oh no, not snails! Oh yeah, Guy in Kino. I just well, I mean I've seen it before, but yeah, just last night I watched the Fellowship of the Ring extended edition, and that was, I think that was before Warner's bought New Line. Yeah, and you can't forget the first New Line movie, or the movie that really made them, Ninja Turtles. Chevy Nova? La da da. Which YouTube content creators do you watch? Aside from 8-Bit Guy and... I don't actually watch... Well, I mean, 8-Bit Guy makes so few videos. I mean, I do watch every one of them. I like Red Letter Media. I don't watch them as much as I used to. You know, a lot of times I just watch whatever random crap it suggests, because I'll like just use it as my radio during the day. Yeah. The Perifractic guy, he bought part of Commodore or something. I think we talked about this the other day. Yeah, I don't remember the third one. I know the second one doesn't hold up very well either. The first one still holds up though. It's like they tried to kidify it too much, kind of like Ghostbusters 2. I used to watch Doug Walker all the time. I mean, I assume he still makes videos. Because remember before YouTube would crack down, like you know, he could play like whole sections of movies for his reviews. So I remember I was watching it then, and then like when YouTube started cracking down on clips, he would like recreate some of it, which was pretty good. Perifractic sounds like, oh yeah, it does. Yeah. He should just do ASMR. He's got a great voice. Oh, I used to watch... I used to unironically watch Review Tech USA like 15 years ago. Speaking of people with good voices, but that guy is a loon now. But I used to watch him. Yeah. Who is that other person? Oh, gonna need the wire strippers. Oh, actually, you know what channel I really love is, it's called Displaced Gaming. They probably make a video like maybe once every month or two, and it's mostly about Nintendo game assembly code. but he'll like do these incredibly deep dives into like, why does Ghosts and Goblins suck? And then he'll show like the code, and then he'll like change the code. It's like, oh, if we'd make 3 changes with the Game Genie, if we like change 3 or 4 registers, we could make this work better. And it's super dorky, like the stuff he talks about. Like, he'll talk about like, like wall collisions in games, or how skips work. Displaced gamers. That's like one of those where, like, I will actually like, well, I won't like stop what I'm doing, but like I'll actually just watch it. I won't like just have it run in the background. I'll actually like, I'll be, oh, I'm gonna watch that later later tonight I'm gonna watch Displaced Gamers. Because you have to watch it, because he's always got like diagrams on the screen of like, oh, here's the memory position and here's the register value. I haven't been getting a lot. I'm subscribed to Tech Moan, but I don't get a lot of his recommendation lately. I don't know. I think there's like a limit to how much I can care about mini disc players. Black. Black is black. Oh no, we're back on that. Also, I watched the Digital Foundry stuff, Jack Frags. Although that guy's like a huge EA shill. I still don't understand what people saw in the Battlefield 6 beta. Just because Call of Duty is kind of dumb now doesn't necessarily make Battlefield good. Alright, let's do the intermediary test. Yeah, somebody at the Vintage Computer Fest had a whole table of mini disc players. I don't know what the prices were, but it was pretty cool. Yeah, mini disc is cool. I don't like Red Letter Media as much as I used to. It seems like, I don't. It's like movies do kind of suck now, but it seems like that also makes them, I don't want to say suck, but like, it's just nothing but cynicism. Which I guess is alright, but I don't know. It's like, I like it when they do like the best of the worst. But they're always like complaining about, honestly, it's like if they hate the movie going experience, they should drive like an hour west, because the kind of stuff they complain about I've never had happen here in Madison. It's usually not too bad. Okay, the stick is working. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up, down, right, left. R3. Wait, R3, L3. Okay. Alright, that all checked out. No, don't look at the time. Don't look at the time. God, I miss the days when I was not superstitious. As soon as I started using computers for a living, I became superstitious. Oh no, my clock is dead. Oh no, my Menards clock is dead. 3 AAA batteries. Oh no, I put Goodwill batteries in it. La Crosse, Wisconsin. Oh God. Oh, why did I do that? Oh, my precious $8 clock. Oh, I turned it into a Goodwill clock. God. Oh man, that is a crispy critter. Wow, I feel sheepish. Oh yeah, Mike, is that the guy who got the frame rate up to like 50 FPS or something? On Mario 64? You know, if that was a Casio clock, it would run for 7 years. Okay, that's not too bad. I need to go through my battery drawer and throw away all those Goodwill batteries. Oh, well. Goodbye. See you in hell, plate. I found some of those in one of my, actually I think it was the first, yeah, it was the first calculator I found at Goodwill. And I opened it up the other day on a whim. And I also had Goodwill batteries in it. They also corroded, so I had to fix it. And actually, I think it took a little while to clean up. TI-86. Because I have like this wall of calculators upstairs in the office. But since they just sit there, none of them have batteries in them for that reason. I do have, what is it? I have a TI-84CE. That is on my work from home desk. And I actually have a Unity world unit conversion program that I put on that one. Just a really simple TI basic program. It's like on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game and Evil Dead, the screen is designed as a 1280 by 720 screen. Although I think for the next game, at least by the time that I think they're actually going to 1080 now, so I'll have to like do it. But so I design everything in like 720p or, well, I think, yeah, Spooky uses those like XQV GA or whatever, like the that weird crappy Chromebook screen resolution, which is like 1366 by 768. There's some sort of reason they use that weird number that I can't remember. So what my program does is, or my code does is, I design everything at 720. And the video clips are 720. And so what happens in the code is that I pass in everything as pixel resolution on that scale. So it has to do a conversion to Unity world units, and so that uses, I can't remember, it's like 100 units an inch, or no, it's 100 pixels per unit. Yeah. So the screen is like, what is it like? Well, it pretty much makes sense, because the screen is like negative 6.2 and positive 6.2, like negative 3.6. So it basically adds up to the same resolution, but you still have to do a you have to do a conversion. So it takes, you have to convert it for the world units, and then also the actual visible resolution of the screen. So that way it scales up. So like if someone plugs it into like a 1080p screen, which sometimes people do, they actually will replace the screens. The code actually, because the Unity program knows what the screen resolution is, so it'll scale it up. There was actually a mode where I was using a function that did not scale correctly, but I didn't realize it was a problem until someone was streaming Evil Dead and they captured it with like a 1080p box, and it actually caused one of the graphic elements to scale differently. Which was good information to get, because then I went and I'm like, yeah, this one mode has one set of graphics where it's using this function that's not used anywhere else, and that function is not scaling properly. So that was a good thing to learn. Anyway, so if I'm when I'm testing the game, I'll draw up the screens in Photoshop, I'll like lay out the text, and then the font size isn't. It's about 10 to 1. So if something is like 150 points in Photoshop at 72 pixels per inch, in Unity it's divided by 10, so it would be 15 float text size. But what I'll do is I'll run the game, and I'll be like looking at but then I'll pause the game, and then if I want to like adjust the screen elements, I'll go in. With the game paused, I'll go into like the scene view, and like let's say like, it says next jackpot, 2 million, right? If I think that if I'm like, oh, that needs to be a little smaller, it needs to be moved up a little bit, so I'll adjust that in the engine with the game paused, but then what I see in the engine is the Unity world units. So it'll be like, oh, okay, you move this to -2 f 1.1 f. So the program that I put on the TI calculator, and I also have it on some TRS pocket computers as well, takes the Unity world units and it converts it backwards to pixel units. So then I'll go into my code and I'm like, okay, now I know the new pixel. So now I need to make this, X600 Y390. So that's why I have. There's one TI calculator that I daily drive with that. Oh wait, yeah, I can just go get it. Yeah, it's in the room. Yeah, one of these. Actually, I think I found this one at Goodwill too. Yeah, my Unity program. So let's say it gives me 2.5 F and -1.2, and the batteries just died. That was weird. Like 2.5, enter, -1.2, and then it gives me the XY coordinates. Yeah. I got this for like $5 at Goodwill. That's a hell of a deal, because they still charge $130 for one of those. What a ripoff! There's got to be a video where you trash all the... I'm not going to trash my calculators. Why would I do that? Oh, I suppose putting the screws in would help. Oops. I'm supposed to do another code update for Texas Chainsaw. It's like, ugh, do I really care anymore? I want some sort of like combo chaos mode. So I'm supposed to do that before, because Spooky always does a code update for other games on Halloween. So they're like, oh, we want an update for Texas Chainsaw. It's like, well, this isn't going to sell any more games, right? That one didn't sell that great. The people who have it like it, but I don't know. Well, apparently the theme was cheap. That's probably why they did it. There was almost no licensor restrictions. The only restriction was we couldn't use the soundtrack. I mean, I probably made the game overly sadistic, but I was like, well, it's a Texas Chainsaw game. How could it not be overly sadistic? Like, if you don't make it sadistic, you're not doing it right. Oh yeah, Red Letter Media is just an hour east of me. I don't know. I've never met those guys or communicated with them or anything. I'm surprised I've never run into them at a convention around here. You'd think they would go. I don't know. Ugh. All right. Oh my God! It's Space Cop. Space Cop. The Space Cop is the Space Cop. I wonder if those guys are secretly mad because people like the prequels now. Or maybe they appreciate them at least. Make it about chili. Oh, what? Oh, wait. 9:53. Okay, that's not too bad. 1:38. Don't jinx it, don't jinx it, don't jinx it. Let's see. 2 shafts secure. 1/2 inch. This battery sounds weak too. Oh no, are you gonna squish Bud? Only I can squish Bud. If anyone else squishes Bud, like spikes come out of him. Like Blade! And clunk. Hopefully I can get back to my regular controller schedule of only doing this once a week at most. There we go. Okay, ground to the right, or to the left. All right, and clunk. Probably gonna bounce pretty quick once this is done. So, preemptively, thanks to everyone who stopped by to enjoy the hacking. Hey, Cree, do you think we should do a live stream grill this weekend? What do you think, Cree? I know you're listening. You know of what I speak. Oh, Wee Man? Well, actually, I still play Call of Duty with him every so often. So, do you mean like another Call of Duty stream? Actually, it's been a couple weeks since we played, but yeah, we actually play fairly often. It's like the only game I even play semi-regularly now is like Call of Duty Warzone. But I like it because I can just like play for a couple hours a week. You know, I don't have to like go through a big story or anything. It's just like, just play it and then don't play it, you know? I kind of like got tired of like, well, I guess I played, actually, yeah, I played the DLC for that Indiana Jones game, and I think I had like 35 hours on that before I started the DLC, so it's got to be over 40 hours, so that's actually probably the longest I've played a single player game in years. Not Mario Kart. No. I still like. I was like, well, what was that? I was like into Battlefield for, gosh. Well, I played the Call of Duty game. Well, I didn't play all of them. I didn't play multiplayer. Like, I played Call of Duty multiplayer like 1, 2. What was that? World at War. That was a good one. Release the hounds! Then Modern Warfare 2, and then after that I was kind of into Battlefield. Because, oh yeah, I played Bad Company 2. I played the bejesus out of Bad Company 2. And then pretty much like Battlefield most of that decade. But then Battlefield 5 I didn't think was that great. I mean, it was okay, but I loved Battlefield 1. Battlefield 1 was amazing. But then, yeah, last 5 years, I've pretty much just played Call of Duty Warzone. It's free! You know, who cares? The game is free! Thanks, people who buy dumb skins. Up, down, left, right. Alright. And now for the evil D-pad. Now comes the part where I leave you, the little people. Why did I put those up there? Call of Duty Port of Call, Hawaii. Okay. But yeah, I don't play the oh wait, no, I did play, what was it, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, like the remake, like the 2019 one. Yeah, that was the last Call of Duty campaign that I played. Yeah, I did. I what was the one? I didn't mind. I actually didn't mind the space one. I thought that was fine. I thought it was kind of interesting, actually. I didn't like the World War II one. I thought that was like, what was it? Call of Duty World War II was like the 2017. Was that when they made that? I didn't like that one. Yeah, I saw that article about Steven Spielberg trying to make a Call of Duty movie, and, well, for whatever reason. It's like Steven Spielberg was an executive producer on Medal of Honor, the original Medal of Honor, in 2009. So he's actually connected to the lineage of Call of Duty. Well, I can't remember. Did the same team that did Medal of Honor Allied Assault do Medal of Honor on the PlayStation? I guess I could ask AI. The top one is kind of... I wonder if it's because I've got these flanges. Let's rip those off. They didn't print very well anyway. Boring conversation anyway. I think I need to adjust the Z on the... Alright, I'm just going to use one of these because I know they'll work. I just hope they don't crack ever. Yeah, see, these are much more accurate. First, see how it's a smaller point? Yeah, I should dial in the MakerBot. This looks like it'll just work, kind of like Fallout 76. It's got 16 times the detail. No, but also yes. I think you've had that ring long enough. I let Frodo go. Frodo, there's a recession and we're going to have some redundancies in the company. So we're going to have to let you go. But we're going to give you 6 months of pay and some Lemphis bread. Why does this want to close completely? What is getting stuck? What is a man? A pitiful little pile of secrets. Oh, how'd that get in there? How'd that get in there? You know, movies need more cheesy crap like the early 2000s. Because that's where memes are born. But it's not just, I think also like just having like really like overly obvious like basic truths, you know, like I will become a dictator and we won't have to decide, and it's like almost childish, but it's also like very true to history. I should dial in the Z-axis. Something's wrong with the Z-axis diffuser. I mean, I printed a buttload of these. Like, I was like giving that printer away to somebody, so I printed a bunch of stuff. I was like, well, I'm gonna give him some filament, but I'm not gonna give him all the filament. So I printed like a whole bunch of things with like the white hyper PLA, including this. And that way I was like, well, here's a half a roll to get you started. I mean, this fits nicely, but I would rather use TPUs, so yeah. Because I thought my TPU had absorbed too much moisture, which it probably did because the dehumidifier runs down here constantly, as you can hear. But the white stuff, it was printing fine on the MakerBot. It's just that the Z-axis in the MakerBot's a little compressed, so... How do I feel about 3D printed shoes? I don't know. I saw a video where, like, someone it was like for the new Bamboo, and it was like this family, and they're like, I'm gonna print some shoes! I guess that was kind of cool. Or like maybe the dad printed a bike helmet or something. Well, this one appears to be done. 1 hour, 52 minutes. That's not too bad, considering I had to spend like 15 minutes fixing that desoldering iron. Alright. Designed in lacrosse. Made in China. They still sell these. I think it's like $8. Yeah, apparently Quentin Tarantino, his last movie was going to be like about a movie critic, which is like eye roll. But apparently that's not his last movie now. Like he's going to do something else. I mean, he could just keep making movies. You know, we obviously need more Leonardo DiCaprio memes. Alright, I'm going to wrap this up so I can, like, do something before I go to sleep. But yeah, thanks everyone who stopped by. Maybe if my sister will help me, I could do a grill live stream. Maybe people get a kick out of that. Alright, I'll see you all in the future, for that is where we will spend the rest of our lives. Say goodbye, bud. Squish that cat. Are you a squishy cat? Squish. Aw. Are you making biscuits? Biscuit making cat. Mmm, delicious biscuits.